Hello, darlings. You've all heard of Marilyn Monroe. Some of you know Bridget Bardot. Well, now it's time for the Cognac Show. I said cognac, ooh, ooh. I said cognac, ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm your bubbly blonde, fabulously dressed to impress. One of a kind girl. I was brought into this world wrapped up in pearls. I love to mingle, though my husband reminds me I'm not single. I meet and greet both the famous and the elite. I ride in limousines, drinking the finest champagne, wearing furs, dazzling diamond jewelry. A girl can't complain. I live the upscale life, dining in the finest restaurants, eating the best caviar for free. And no matter how much I enjoy myself, they can't charge me.
Darlings, welcome back to Cognac's Corner. I'm Cognac Wellerlane, and this concludes our wonderful TV show about all the fabulous places to stay during the Hamptons Film Festival. And we are here dining at this fabulous restaurant, Oh-So Restaurant in the Southampton Inn. And this extraordinary lady is going to tell us all about this wonderful restaurant and this gorgeous inn. Introduce yourself to the camera, darling.
Well, I'm Dede Gotthelf. I've owned the Southampton Inn for about 11 years. I have been managing it since January of 2009, and it is a wonderful, gracious, wholesome, fabulous 6-star location spot to stay and to dine in the Hamptons.
It is.
little
You
bit
do
more about
really
the
have inn and the fabulous amenities that my audience wants to know about because we want to stay here during the Hamptons Film Festival.
Oh, thank you. The inn has 90 guest rooms. It has full conference facilities. The restaurant has about 70 seats inside. It has 70 seats outside on a courtyard that could be in Europe or it could be right in the middle of Southampton. There's a heated swimming pool. It will be open short of weather conditions during the Hampton Film Festival. We also have an all-weather tennis court. We have 5 acres of lawns. If people come out with their children, we have a playroom for the children with everything, including Viking ranges from Williams-Sonoma for them to play with. We do have 14 of our 90 rooms that are pet-friendly. If you can't leave home without your animal, hopefully it is a dog, possibly a cat. We've had iguanas. I can't tell you.
Iguanas too.
And there's a gentleman who's come every year for Columbus Day weekend, which this year is the film festival, with his bearded dragon.
A dragon too.
Bearded dragon.
So you are very pet friendly.
Yes, we are. But only in 14 rooms. If you aren't a pet preferred person, you're welcome to stay in one of our
What
other
inspired
rooms.
you to open up a fabulous inn here in Southampton?
It was a funny story. My youngest child was accepted to kindergarten, to the Trinity School. I now had 2 children in school between 8:30 and 3, and I thought I could go back to work. A local realtor came to me and asked if I would help him put the numbers together on this property it was on the market for the first time since it had been built in 1973. I put the numbers together. I called him about 2 days later, gave him his broker package, and said, I'll buy it. And about 5 days later, we signed a contract and I bought it. And it has controlled me.
Tell my audience about this New Year's Eve gala. This sounds interesting.
It started in the year 2000 when we realized that many families didn't want to leave their children home. It was the change of the millennium. So we have a ballroom that can accommodate 200 people, and next to it is our playroom. And we put the children with their camp counselors and babysitters in the playroom next door, and they join their parents at about 5 of 12. It has evolved into an annual event. There's live music or fabulous DJs that play music from the 60s, 70s, and we'll let them do a few songs from the 80s, 90s, aughts, and weather tends. If it's not inclement, people can go from the ballroom right outside into a courtyard. At about 10 of midnight, we all gather in front of our large flat screen television and we watch Times Square, the ball drops. Chef Brian Naylor prepares the most incredible food. And this year, I think it's going to be a 5-course meal. It's top shelf alcohol. We have a secret on the music. We'll let everybody know in another month or so. We don't want to let it out of the bag yet. And this year it's a weekend, so it's just a perfect way to get away if you're not going very, very far, but you want to be away from your home to celebrate. You don't need to have your children, but if you want to bring them,
Go to
pop 'em
Oso.
in. Absolutely.
Check in at
Well,
Oso.
a few things. One is that we do have wonderful rooms available, and the rates are approximately half of what they are for this weekend. So we'd love to have people stay with us. We also do have our polka-dotted van, and if reserved very well in advance, instead of having it go down to Cooper's Beach, which is the 3rd most beautiful beach according to Dr. Beach in the country, we will be taking a few people back and forth to East Hampton for special events. We are about 150 yards from the Southampton movie theater where there will be screening.
Yes, darling, that's what's so convenient about coming here. That Southampton movie theater is right down the block. And I should know, darling, because I attended the movie premiere. I was invited to Legally Blonde a couple of years ago. Where can they go on the internet to find out more information about Oso Restaurant and the Southampton Inn?
It's www.southamptonin.com, which is with one H, SOUTHAMPTON.com. Our telephone number is 631-283-6500, and we would love to have you come stay with us before, after, during the Hampton Film Festival. Very, very special few days out here.
To the Hamptons Film Festival and to Oso Restaurant at the Southampton Inn.
And a hug.
And we'll be back in a moment, darlings, with more celebrity interviews. Keep watching. Pink Champagne Kisses.
I said cognac and fantasy dress to impress.
It's been a Crybaby Productions, darlings.